Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the final match of our weekend's quad here at Hudson Raiders Stadium. Today's match will feature the visiting Madison West Regents versus your hometown Hudson Raiders. Please turn your attention to the video board for a message from this year's captains.
In line with the WIA and Big Rivers Conference, Hudson High School requires good sportsmanship at education-based events.
Admission to an event is a privilege, and with that privilege comes responsibility. Responsibility to conduct oneself in a respectful manner where the event is enjoyable for athletes, coaches, officials, and fans.
Lastly, please be reminded that state law prohibits the use of alcohol, tobacco, and drug products in area used by public schools. Would you all please rise and honor America by removing your hats to the national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you to the Hudson Swing Choir for that performance of the national anthem. And now for today's starting lineups. First for the Madison West Regents, number 1, Sebastian Covarrubias. Number 3, Brian Segura. Number 4, Isaiah Block. Number 6, Zidane Garcia. Number 7, Jesus Armenta. Number 9, Jacob Scully. Number 10, Liam Cahill. Number 14, Tenzin Leckman. Number 18, Will Miller Grande. Number 20, Jonathan Kraus. And number 22, Zach Zanoni. Let's see. Madison West is coached by Matt Glittenberg and Will Klausing. And now, for your Raiders, number 1, goalkeeper Tyler Hindall. Number 2, Will Cook. Number 6, Nikki Alanoff. Number 8, Quinn Johnson. Number 9, Quinn Packard. Number 10, Owen Netterlow. Number 11, Soren Matson. Number 12, Henry Vandenbark. Number 17, Jackson Olette. Number 18, Calvin Lassard. And number 19, Jack Poole. The Raiders are coached by Steve Solom and Mitch Karras. Thanks everybody for coming out. Let's have a great match of soccer. All right, everybody, welcome to the River Channel broadcast of today's Saturday matinee soccer matchup between the visiting Madison West High School Regents versus the hometown Hudson Raiders. The Regents are in the white and blue striped, or yellow and blue striped uniforms, playing from right to left on your screen, and the hometown Raiders are in white, playing from left to right on your screen. This is a first matchup between these teams this year. This is a quad set of games, so 4 teams that get together and play a couple games. Yesterday they played the games in Eau Claire Memorial Stadium, about an hour east of Hudson, and those matchups resulted in Hudson defeating Oregon High School by a score of 1-0, and Eau Claire Memorial defeating Madison West. I believe the score was 4-0 yesterday. So some fun matches yesterday, and then today the first matchup was between Eau Claire Memorial and Oregon High School, and that resulted in a 1-1 tie. So this is the final match of the little quad setup. That's a nice give and go by the Raiders. Pool on it, but there's and Netterlow picking up the straggling ball, but it's a great day for soccer. Actually, maybe even a little hot. It's 80, probably around 85 degrees right now. Uncommonly warm here in the St. Croix River Valley for this time of year, but beautiful day nonetheless, and good for soccer. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in, and we're at that point of the game where there's a lot of back and forth as the teams sort of feel each other out and try to figure out what's going on, but should be a good match today. I'm not sure what Madison West's record is. They're a solid program, though, I know that, and if anyone, when the system allows it, can put that record, if you're watching from Madison West and can put that record in the YouTube chat, I am monitoring that, and it'd be great to know. Raiders, though, have started the season 9-0-2, so really solid beginning for the Raiders, and looking to keep that momentum going here. A little foul there on Madison West, and the Raiders take a free kick as Nikki Allenoff with the kick up the field. Allenoff with a nice little flick pass out to Will Cook. Will looking for anybody to be on the sideline, but nobody was there. It's just an action you have to take sometimes, and goes out of bounds. And that's out of bounds as well. Be a Raiders throw-in. Quinn Packard with the throw into Allenoff. Number of games the Raiders play, the defense is involved but not heavily. I have a feeling today is going to be a well-rounded match. There's a ball nicely through to Netterlow, who gets a head over. Ooh, right off goalkeeper's hands for Madison West. And I don't know who their goalkeeper is. I'm guessing it might be Sebastian Covarrubias. Number 1 looks like that's on his jersey. So, but a nice play by him to deflect it. Raiders are going to have a corner kick. Soren Matson and Will Cook on that corner kick. Big ball in. It's a nice ball. Lassard trying to use his height advantage there, goes up, but kind of mistimes it on that cross, and ends up being a Madison throw-in. Exciting little turn of events there for the Raiders, but our score remains 0-0. 7. Oh, okay. Looks like from a little intel here in the booth that Madison West has a record of 7-3. Started strong 7-0 and maybe have dropped a few matches this week. So they're going to be looking to turn it around here, and like I said, should be a great match here. When you play in that Madison-Milwaukee area, you play a lot of challenging teams, and the Raiders try to get matches with some of those teams and a number of teams from the Minneapolis-St. Paul area, which has strong soccer as well, to build some real competitive matches. So Madison West setting things up, looking for a little through ball. That got a little high and a little away from, I think, what he probably wanted to do with it. It's going to be a Madison throw-in. Yeah, offside. Offside, and Raiders will get a free kick deep in their own territory. We're now about 5 minutes into the match, and our score remains 0-0. This broadcast is brought to you by the River Channel, local broadcaster for the Hudson area, and I'm joined by my friend and colleague Jeff Munter on the technical side. Jeff does all the great magic with the wires and the devices to bring this match online to you, and I show up and talk into the microphone. So it's a perfect match of our skills. And
Wires and devices.
yes, Jeff, wires and devices. That's where my head is at today. So anyway, River Channel brings a lot of soccer matches, as many home games as there are, and as many away games that are reasonable. We try to bring to the fan base of Hudson and around the country who's watching grandkids and friends and it's players that are all over the country and college tuning in. Here comes a nice run by the Raiders. Low little ball, and that's sneaking. Woo! That happens. I played defense throughout my soccer career way back in the day, but sometimes you don't get the clear you want, and that's a nightmare play for a defender. But Covarrubias looks like he played it well. He had to punch that out. It might have gone over anyway, but he played it safe. Now the Raiders have a corner kick. Madison on the kick. Oh! Wow, that was something else. Alanoff gets in and skies up high for the header, and goalkeeper misplays it a bit, and it kind of bounces around and almost looked like it almost rolled in on its own just precariously, but it didn't. And Raiders come away empty-handed again, but keep knocking on that door off the corner kicks. Cook playing in the middle there, keeping that ball alive. Raiders trying to send a through ball through to Madison, but too tight of an angle to the goal, too fast of a ball, and that ends up in the hands of Covarrubias. Henry Vandenberg on the ball. Vandenberg and Alanoff, and Henry Vandenberg playing strong there, but getting a lot of defense on him. Not much he can do there. Speed of play in this match is high compared to maybe some matches you've seen with the Raiders, and that's what happens when you play quality opponents. Everybody's got to react faster, move faster. Defense is going to close faster. Raiders with a couple good opportunities so far, but again, our score remains 0-0. Hindall takes that ball and sends it up the field. Netterlow standing strong. Send the ball out wide to Lassard, who wisely takes a look over his shoulder and finds where that ball is, and he plays it out. Lassard's got height and speed, a good combination. A little collision there with Lassard, but that happens. No call by the ref. He's right there, and Madison gets the clear. It'll be a Raiders throw. Like I said, it is a hot day, so the players are taking advantage of the enclosures that Hudson has on the sideline today, keeping out of the sun. It's one of those days where there's like very little humidity, so if you stay out of the sun, you stay cool. There's a nice through ball by Madison. It's in there. Tries to do a stutter step move, but the defense is too strong, and the ball skeeters away, and Hindall collects it. Nice play by Quinn Packard there to put that threat to rest. What was the score of last night's game? What was it? How did it end up?
45-21.
Win?
Yeah.
All right, if you're a Raiders football fan, the Raiders won last night 45-21 over
River Falls.
River Falls. Oh, big.
Madison West updates
Sup? Okay, so the Raiders win the jug back in the annual rivalry with River Falls. And I'm going to make a correction on the Madison West record. They are 7-1-1. So yesterday's loss to Eau Claire Memorial, their first loss of the season. So they're looking to put an end to that streak for sure. But the Raiders want to keep their streak going, so it's going to make for a good matchup. In for your Raiders, number 3, Diego Vega. So Vega getting his first goal of the season on Thursday's night's matchup with Rice Lake. Into the match for the Raiders. Vega's a fun, scrappy player. We got Vega is a sophomore, and Will Cook right there on your screen next to him is a freshman. So a youth movement there for the Raiders, and fun to watch these guys and see what they're going to do out here against Madison. With the heat of the sun, I think we're going to see a lot of subbing for these teams. This is 3 days in a row of matches for the Raiders, probably the same for Madison. So, and then the travel for Madison adds up as well, and sleeping in a hotel. And these days it can be a little sluggish on these, even though they're young boys. It's a big throw by Packard. Head over by Lassard. Will Cook's got it. He's getting held, but he puts a nice move through. But that's Ouellette with a head up to keep it alive. Clear by Madison. And that's going to be a Raiders throw. Quinn Packard will take that throw. Throws it down the line to Vega. Tries a little foot over. Madison's on it. Vega's going to challenge all the way down to the goalkeeper, which sometimes it's a good move. Makes the goalkeeper keep his head in the game. There's Jesus Armenta on the ball for Madison West there, sending it over to his teammate. Sending a screamer in, and the Raiders clear, but they're going to clear it across the goal line. That'll be a corner kick for Madison West. So this will potentially be Madison's first opportunity to really get that ball in a solid scoring area. They've had it a few times, but not really with much of a high percentage opportunity. That ball is low. Madison able to get a head on it, but a little too low to do much with the immediate header. But now they're going to get a little switch through the middle, and there's a goal for Madison West. Nice play through there. Can't see his number, 14. I know, they're really hard to see. I think it was 14. Yeah, 14. That's a goal for the Regents at the 13-minute mark, number 14, Tenzin Leckman. All right, so Madison West draws first blood. Nice textbook play. Bring the ball down to the goal line and cross it back in a little bit and hope somebody is in the right place. And Tenzin was there, so Madison West takes a lead of 1-0 over the visiting Raiders. Nice through ball there. Madison trying to play that ball deep. Packard goes for the clear, but Madison's right there, and they take a blast. That's a pretty tough angle to score on, but takes the shot nonetheless, sends it wide, and it'll be a goal kick here for your Raiders. Lots of time left in this match, 26 minutes left in the first half, along with the whole first half, so or second half ahead. So Raiders will continue to play their ball game and see if all those opportunities they had, if something will start to progress with that. Netterlow gets the ball kind of stifled, but is able to collect it back. Will Cook. A little traffic there. Now Vega with the ball, sends it, tries to get it in the middle to Cook or Netterlow. Raiders a little clustered there. They're going to respace themselves now. Madison able to take the ball. Now they're going to send it up the field. Nice takeaway there by Lassard. Sends it over to Cook, who does a nice little tap out move. Nice play there. Sends it through. Too big of a step there by, Lassard keeps it in. He sets it back. Some nifty plays there by the Raiders, but not able to really get a shot off there. But they're putting together some nice combinations deep in the territory, and hopefully one of those will pay off soon. It's a nice ball over. Lassard's going to be on it. Takes a high left-handed-footed shot, not a great angle, but again, sometimes you take that and see what happens, and sends it wide. Will be a goal kick here for Madison West. Play it wide. Raiders on the chase there a bit on defense. Madison going for a through ball there, but two defenders weren't going to allow that to happen. Helenoff takes it, advances it up the field. He's probably thinking Lassard was going to make a run, and I think there was a little miscommunication there, and Madison takes it back. Give and go there by Madison. They've got a guy open in the middle. If they can get it to him, this is trouble. And they did, and there's a second goal for the for the Regents. Yeah. I don't know how they score that, but that was number 12. Goal for the Regents at the 17-minute mark, number 12, Jonah Wallace. So the Raiders finding themselves in a little bit of a hole here, down 2-0 now at the 17-minute mark. Plenty of time for the Raiders. As you've seen, they've really probably had more good opportunities, but Madison's been very opportunistic, and that was a scrappy goal there. Kind of saw it coming. They had numbers, and the Raiders were a little short, and in for the Raiders, number 13, Giovanni Morales, and number 21, Sam Olson. Vandenberg on the move there. Nice little play by Vega. Sets up a cross. Oof! Olson right there. Tries to get a blast off. Vandenberg recollects. Nice play back. Sets it up. Morales takes a quick, and there's a quick goal for the Raiders, and it looks like that's off. Yeah, I think that's Morales with the goal. So fantastic turn of events. Kind of a miscued play off the defense into the goal there. So there's a goal for your Raiders, number 13, Giovanni Morales. And there's a goal for your Raiders, number 13, Giovanni Morales at the 18-minute mark. And that's that's going to give the Raiders a boost. Kind of seen that back and forth here, where some good plays, but they play off the defense and get into the goal. So now we've got a 2-1 match here, and Raiders are going to feel good about that and hopefully keep that momentum going. Sometimes those long shots seem like a stretch, but when you take them, they work sometimes. Vega tangled up a bit in his own feet. It happens, and now we'll have a throw-in for Madison. And 8. In for the Regents, number 8, Morris Kodesh, and number 15, Anthony Marino. Vega scrapping there on the defense to keep it in, but Madison retains possession. Playing all the way back to the goalkeeper. Netterlow applies a bit of pressure. This heat, you want to be careful of overrunning too much. Vandenberg with an aggressive take there, nicely done. Able to maintain possession and brings it back, swings it out to Vega. And, that's a tough play as you're going full steam, and you really have to get your body turned to get a good cross on that. And I think the timing of it all, and Diego was not able to get that hip turn and sends that ball wide of the goal. Be a goal kick here for the Regents. They decide to play it short. Raiders are going to defend, and that defense, you see what happens. Is it you're not always taking the ball, but you force sometimes an errant pass like that the Raiders were able to pick off. So there's a lot of reasons you defend balls that you may not really even get. Number 11, Soren Matson back in the game for the Raiders. Just over 20 minutes into the match. Madison West Regents with the 2-1 lead over the Raiders. Madison plays it up the line. Ouellette with some strong D there. Keeps it in the Raiders' half. Vandenberg just kind of picking off all kinds of balls in the middle of the field. Nice play there. Plays it out wide to Matson. Sends it down the line. A lot of hand checking there, but no foul. Matson's going to get the throw. Turns it over to Packard, who just plays it short into Matson. Tries to do a quick turn, but taken by Madison. Nice play there by Packard into Vandenberg. Lots of traffic here. That's a lot going on there, but Raiders end up with it on the throw-in. Vandenberg with the ball on the short throw. Loses his footing, but that's off of Madison. Ooh, maybe not. Madison's throw. Quick out by Packard. That ball's off of Madison. It'll be a Raiders throw. Quinn Packard with taking this throw into Vandenberg. He's going to play it back all the way to Ouellette. He's going to play it up the middle to Sam Olsen. Nice cut move there by Armenta of Madison, but Raiders end up with it. Ball's out to Sam Olsen. Just a little too much for Olsen there, but Poole trying to dribble through a lot of players. Madison playing some swarming D on the ball. Quick surge here by Madison's defense, trying to push it. Raiders take it, kind of sneaks through and gets by Morales as a hard pass. Too many. Number of subs coming in. Wisconsin soccer used to allow teams to have their benches on the same side as the fans, but now their rules are they moved it to the other side of the field, so it's very challenging to see the numbers of players coming in, because on soccer uniforms the front number is tiny compared to the back and you can't see the back. So little ball sneaking through by Madison, and they get a reset and a goal. Oh my goodness. Snuck it by the Raiders. I think he was even surprised that one went through, but it did. At the 24-minute mark, that's a goal for number 7, Jesus Armenta of Madison West. I believe that's Jesus' second goal of the match. And Raiders find themselves in that 2-minute hole again, or 2-score hole again. 3 goals in the first 24 minutes for the Raiders is unfamiliar territory, but they are still working, and this game is far from over. Comes Cook trying to work it up the middle. So Sard is out. Matson gets a blast. He had the corner, but sent it a little wide. And good play by the Raiders. And again, the collapsing D by Madison left Matson wide open over there. So that's one thing the Raiders may want to keep in mind, is if they can get that ball to the middle and feed it out, they very likely will have somebody on the wing ready for a good opportunity. Because Madison is really converging on the ball wherever it is. Comes Olsen, takes a hard hit, and no call from the ref. Wow, that's a little surprising. Yeah, now he did. Yeah, hard hit on Olsen. Slide tackle by the Raiders. All right, folks, we are back after that injury pause, and that was number 12, Jonah Wallace down for Madison. Slide tackle on him, got him, looks like in the ankle, and we're going to hope he's okay. He looks like he's standing on the sideline under his own power, and not sure what the eventual call there was, but the Raiders had a free kick that Madison, as you can see, has brought all the way back down the field to Tyler Hindall, and Raiders are going to keep the pressure on. Down again, 2 goals now, 3-1 versus Madison West here. A lot of time in this game left. Madison West coach voicing some displeasure with the referee on a non-call, and we got another large group of subs coming in. Down to about 13 minutes in the half here. Those of you tuned into YouTube, certainly we love to hear where our fans and people tuning in are at. So we welcome you to drop your name, which players you're watching, and which team you're supporting, and where you're from into the YouTube chat, and we'll give you a shout out. It's always fun to see where we're at in the game. Last week we had a group from Montana checking out the Raiders, and we welcome Madison West fans to do the same. Madison on the attack here. Got some space. Raiders applying some direct pressure, and Madison elects to take a 24-yard shot, and rather than trying to set up some other type of opportunity. But again, we've seen that work today and other days too. So it's a nice play out to Cook. Cook is going to get it. Had a little bit off his foot. Couldn't quite get it out to Matson. Quinn Johnson now in right D for the Raiders. Giving Packer a break over there. Xavier Island out there for the Raiders. The left mid. Quick turn by Madison, and not a lot of power on that shot. Shot from some distance, but probably about a 24-yard shot, and Hindall wraps that up easily. Plays the punt. Ball's going to trickle back to Tyler Hindall, who's going to give it a ride here for the Raiders. We're now approaching the 30-minute mark of the match. The ball came a little bit off Hindall's foot, not the way he wanted, and so it was probably about 15 yards shorter than usual. No harm, no foul. He's going to get a second shot here. Decides to play it short, but there was number 7, Jesus Armenta, to pick it off for Madison. Quinn Johnson on it. Takes one shot up the line and gets it deflected, but gets a second shot. Madison working consistently to get that ball in the middle, and again, there's about a 25-yard shot by Madison, taken in by Hindall. number 18, Will Miller Grande in for Madison. And in for the Raiders, number 9, Quinn Packard, number 15, Ben Weaver, and number 19, Jack Poole. Good play there by Lassard to keep it alive. It's Morales playing it out wide. Good take there by Poole. Fortunately, back to the Madison defense. Good play there by Nikki Helenoff, running backwards and making something happen defensively. Madison on the push here, though. Feet got tangled. Foul on the Raiders. It happens. Going to be a free kick for Madison. This is going to be dangerous territory. They've won a few battles there in the scrum. Up the middle, which I'm guessing is where they're going to put it again. They do, and it gets a head over by the Raiders. That makes you hold your breath, but Hindall comes through. The punt, it's a little high, and the Raiders are able to capitalize though and get that ball. Send a big ball through. Hindall is there though. Plays it short to Ben Weaver. Plays it back to Quinn Packard, or Quinn Johnson, sorry. Be a Raiders throw here. Got some subs. Number 22, Zach Zanoni in for the Regents, and number 12, Henry Vandenbark in for the Raiders. Ball gets thrown into Cook. He's getting a lot of playing time today, which is fun to see. He's doing well in the middle, trying to navigate the ball around. There's Poole, cut back. Winds up for a shot. Lassard gathers it in, plays some nice ball there, and he's going to try to get a sneak around, but nice cut back again. A great left ball is wide open. Oh, it's a goal. That's a goal. That's a goal. That's a goal. Yep. Wow, what a play. They tried to play quickly, but that ball clearly bounced in the white zone, and that is a goal very, very clearly. So nice. I'm not even sure who got that header. Anybody see that? Who actually scored? I am going to have to do a little replay action here. Who's that number? Number 9, I think. Did he head it in? Yeah, that's 9. That's Quinn Packard. That goal for your Raiders, number 9, Quinn Packard. I got pretty excited for that goal and did not do my job to identify the scorer when it happened. So a good call by the referee, and Madison was hoping they could talk him out of it, but it was clearly a goal. And Raiders close that gap with 3.5 minutes left in the half, and we're back to a solid matchup again. Yeah, it's a hard foul from behind. Raiders are going to get a free kick. Had a few of these hard fouls. Looks like the ref is going to maybe start making some calls and kind of let some of this go at first. And Allen off with the kick. Gets it up to Poole. Netterlow. Madison gets around. They're going to try to sneak it through. Allenoff gets a head out, but it goes right to a Madison player, and it's set up there. Well, oh, and Hindall tries to get a good pull, but man, this is quite a scoring game. That is number, cannot see the numbers, 10. Nine. 9 or is it 8? 8. That was number 8, Morris Kodish with the goal for the Regents. And that puts the lead back to 2 for the Madison West Regents. So the score is 4-2 at about the 37-minute mark. Hindall plays a nice ball with his feet. Head over by Quinn Packard, but Madison collects that. We're now down to about 2 minutes in the first half. That ball's going to go out and give the Raiders a throw. We're about down to 1.5 minutes in the first half. Lassard playing with it at the end, does not go out. Yeah, one went out, yeah. So it'll be a throw in for Madison West. One minute. One minute left here. Take about a 10-minute break at halftime, folks, and hope everybody will tune back in for the second half of this match. I think we've got a lot more soccer and a lot more scoring to see from these teams, and should be a fun second half. Good play there by Lassard. Poole's on the push. Tough angle there, gets taken over by Madison, and it's going to be a throw for the Raiders, and they're going to have to move here. They got about 20 seconds left. They decide to send that ball in. Ten seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0. That's halftime, folks. Our score, the Madison West Regents 4, Hudson Raiders 2. We'll see you back in 10 minutes. Please visit the concession stand for some cool drinks and tasty treats. All right, folks, we are back for the second half of this matchup. Oh, we are working on the clock, and ref is checking his watch, and probably about 10 seconds in. Sorry about that, folks. A little snafu there on the clock, but we are going to get it fixed here in a minute, and they'll probably have an adjustment from the ref.
I did double, and then I did single.
All right, we are picking up where we left off, and the Madison West Regents with putting 4 goals on the board in the first half. That's something Raiders have not certainly not experienced this year, having given up maybe about 6 goals total on the season. So I'm sure Solom had some words of wisdom for the Raider boys at halftime, and we'll see what the second half brings here. 6 goals in a game is exciting, let alone in a half, especially against a couple high-quality teams. So we'll see what the second half brings here. Might be a lot tighter, or who knows. So appreciate everyone tuning back in for the second half, and River Channel certainly appreciates everyone tuning in to the broadcast. Madison gets a quick turnaround, but kind of gets a little bit away from him. It's a nice move around the corner. Kind of went for one more dribble instead of trying to deposit that ball, and got it taken away. Good defense there from number 8, Quinn Johnson of the Raiders, and it's going to be a throw-in for Madison. Playing it out wide. Good 2-man D there. Johnson putting a little pressure on the body, and Vandenberg taking the ball. Call on Netterlow there. Gonna have to check that out here. Gonna be a free kick for Madison. This will be a little bit dangerous. And Netterlow kind of stepped in front of him and tripped him, so on the replay you can see that. So it's a good call by the ref, and we'll see what Madison does with this kick. It's a low drive. Got a head on it. Raiders did, but couldn't get it out. And Olette gets clear, and Madison not able to handle that, and that's going to be a throw-in for the Raiders. Play by Netterlow. A lot of bouncing of that ball, and Netterlow again forces some contact there. I couldn't quite see it, but what I'm imagining from what it looked like, a little push off with the hands, and you're not going to be able to get away with that right in front of the ref, and it's going to be another free kick for Madison. Not in such a dangerous territory, but they put the ball in a nice spot there and set the rate. Oof. Raiders couldn't get a quality clear, and Madison had a chance, but did not get a solid shot off there. And now the Raiders get the clear, but Madison's on top of it again. Olette tries with the clear. Madison's playing fast, and the Raiders are a step behind, it looks like, right now. They need to pick it up. They need to move to the ball a little bit more, maybe, and counteract Madison going after it like they are. Vandenberg with a nice head. Took a shot to the body while he did it. Lassard sends it up the line. Matson going after it. Going to play it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Matson's going to put pressure on. Able to play it low. Madison now drives it up. Trying for a through ball there, but Alanoff blocks it. Raiders try sending it far up the field. We're about 5 minutes into the second half. Will Cook on the ball in the center, playing it out, trying to get it out wide, but sent that too much of an angle. It'll be a tough ball with the right foot to send that ball up, but Madison again with a misplay on the sideline, going to give the Raiders a throw deep in their territory. Lassard gets it to Cook. Madison moving the ball well there in the
Go, Hudson.
defensive midfield area, and no pressure bringing it up about 30 yards there, and Raiders defense takes that pass off though and sends it up. Madison again on it. Sends a through ball through. A little misplay there by Vandenbark, but sends the ball wide. That's going to be a corner kick now for Madison West. About 5.5 minutes into the second half. Here comes the kick. Low screamer tight to the goal. It can be tough to do a lot with, and the Raiders get the clear. Netterla goes for the head, but not able to get anything square on it, and spins off, and Madison recollects. Matson with some pressure. Pick off by Lassard and gets it to Cook, who's going to try to send it up to Netterlo. Gets a little bounced off, but Netterlo still collects it. Netterlo is going to use his speed, and he gets around easily. Now they got something to do if he can get a chip in there. Plays it through. Lassard was just a step ahead of it, unfortunately, and had to come back for it and couldn't do much with it. And it's a nice play, though, something they can work off of. Looks like Netterlo's got a speed advantage over there in the corner if they can feed him on a 1-to-1. Good clear there by Quinn Packard. Or by Nicky Allenoff, sorry. That ball skeetered away from Madison, and it'll be throw-in for the Raiders. Brings it back to Jack Poole. He's going to play it up. Nice through ball, but it's going to come goalkeeper Sebastian Covarrubias of Madison, and gets the clear, but Raiders collect it. We'll try sending it out way wide to Lassard, and it comes to him. See what Lassard can do with this. A little step over, a little ball move there. Plays it over to Matson, who's got some pressure. Poole plays it up to Lassard. He tries to turn it, gets a nice turn. And Madison kicks that out. That's going to be a Raiders corner kick. And we'll see what they can do here. Looks like Matson lining up for this, and Jack Poole. Looks like they're electing to play it short this time. Play it over to Matson, who's got some angle and space. Plays it low in, and right to Madison, unfortunately. So Raiders recollect at half. That's Allenoff bringing it up. Sending the ball out to Poole. Sets it up. Too much defense, two defense on him there. Cut off the whole angle of that ball. I usually have two defense playing the same angle, but it worked for him that time. Madison advancing. They got a guy wide open on the end. He's going to get a shot off. Put it right at the goalkeeper, fortunately, and the Raiders escaped that threat. That was a solid threat because there was a good opportunity there. Again, Madison stepping in front and taking that ball. Trying to chip it through. Quinn Johnson heading that ball out, and that's going to be a corner kick for Madison. Which doesn't always, not always allowing for subs on a corner kick, but looks like they are this time. Three refs a little different sometimes on these. Raiders with the clear. In for the Regents, number 15, Anthony Marino, and number 23, Mikhail McKinnon. Kivius. That was not even close to being correct, but the coach told me it's a tough name to pronounce, a good Russian name, and but I was close. Number 3, Diego Vega in for the Raiders. All right, Diego Vega in for the Raiders, trying to bring a spark. Got 3 speedsters now up front with Lassard, Netterlow, and Vega, and see if there's a head over by Lassard. Vega brings it down, but takes an odd hop off his foot. Quinn Johnson on the defense there, and try and attempt to clear the ball. I was going to give the Regents a corner kick. About 11 minutes into the half here. Raiders also had a goalkeeper change at halftime. Junior Parker Strumke now in goal for the Raiders. Madison plays it short, kind of skeeters away, and takes away probably the advantage they really wanted on that play. Lassard with it. Plays it over to Poole. Gets it up to Vandenbark, who gets it up to Vega, and he's got some room. It's going to get closed, but sends the ball right into the defender, and it's going to end up in a throw-in for the Raiders. Sometimes a hit like that by Vega is you get the idea of what you're going to do in your head, and you're just going to do it, and sometimes you don't actually take a look. You're looking at the ball, you don't see that a defender is right there, and it happens. So 12 minutes into the half, Madison West Regents 4, Hudson Raiders 2. Lots of time left, 28 minutes left in this match. Somehow that ball gets all the way through to Madison. It's set up for a left-footed shot, but oh, wow, that's a scrappy goal for Madison. But I think that's 15, but we'll see here in a second. Yeah, 15. Goal for the Regents at the 52-minute mark, number 15, Anthony Marino. $52.47. I got mine's open here. Yes. Number 16, Carson Georgeson in for the Regents. All right, Raiders now down by 3. The first time they found themselves in this territory, not just this game, but all season. Lots of time left, though. Raiders have had a lot of good opportunities, and we'll see what they can do. Sam Olsen there playing some good defense. Poole with a little chip up to Lassard.
Go Ned!
Netterlow going for it, and has a collision. Goes for the chip. Delayed call by the ref. Asking to stop the clock. He's going to give Netterlow a card on that. Probably cardable there. That's Madison was going for a collision too. 2 guys going for the ball. Netterlow just plays it hard, but nonetheless, didn't score anyway, so Netterlo is going to exit the game briefly, and yeah, number 10, Owen Netterlo. Number 11, Soren Matson in the game for the Raiders. Netterlo plays a strong game like that, and he's going to get his fouls, but they're always sort of right on the edge with Owen on some of those plays, but this time gets the card. He can enter the game again, just needs to be careful to not get another one. Otherwise, the Raiders will have to play. Once you get 2 yellow cards, you get the equivalent of a red card and have to exit the game, and then your team plays shorthanded as well for the rest of the match. Madison just kind of stepping in front of everything on the Raiders, it seems like, this half. So Raiders need a goal. They need something to get them going here. And we'll see if that can happen. See if they can close that gap at least. Gets the chip. It's a nice head over there. Get it out of the zone. That's Quinn Johnson down there, I think. Quick throw by Madison. Little heel over pass. Nice play. Nifty little ball there. Raiders try to chip it out, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Madison. Good ball movement there by the Raiders to get it out. Nice passing there. Lassard on it, gets it out to Vega on the edge. Vega again trying to sneak one through, but too much defense on that angle. It's going to be a throw in at least for the Raiders. Big clear out there. Again, for all those of you watching from out in YouTube land, please feel free to drop who you're watching, who you are, where you're from, and we always like to see where our audience is tuning in from and who's the furthest away. But here we go. Big throw in for the Raiders. Kicked out again by Madison. Lassard smothered and fouled. That might be the first foul on Madison West, really. And so Raiders get it. This is a nice spot to have it in. Senior captain Nicky Alanoff going to take this ball, and he's probably going to plop it a little bit kind of by the outer part of the O, I'm guessing, and see if we can make something happen here. Pretty close. Good play. That was a good play. Madison got the head on it. Sometimes you don't know where that ball's going to go when you head it like that, and it ends up being a corner kick for the Raiders, which is another good opportunity for them. Looks like Poole and Matson. Nice ball there. It's kind of right where you want it, but unfortunately, Madison gets their feet on that ball and get the clear. Now they're moving it up the field. They got a through ball. They got a man open wide up the middle. Ouellette loses his feet. Oh, what a great play by Strumke. Breakaway play by Madison. Not a clear breakaway, but Strumke came out, changed the angle of attack, and made a great save as Madison West had a great chance to put number 6 on the board, but Strumke denies him. So our score remains Regents 5 and Raiders 2.
Go, Quinn!
We got ball. 3 minutes. 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 3 minutes.
little give and go by the Regents, but doesn't quite hit him in stride, so slows things down. But he's set up. He's got it. Good closure there by Vandenbark. Good defense. Denies the Raiders. Not sure what that was by the Regents. Maybe hoping for a long give and go. Raiders kick it out. I think Jack Poole thought that went off the Madison, but it probably went off out of bounds, actually. Number 8, Morris Kodesh in for the Regents. And number 15, Ben Weaver in for the Raiders. All right, we're approaching the 60-minute mark. Means about 20 minutes left in the match. Raiders need to start with 1 here. They got to get 1 and see what kind of momentum that's going to bring. Subs again. What's going on, coaches? Come on. Number 7, Jesus Armenta in for the Regents, and number 13, Giovanni Morales in for the Raiders. Well, the Raiders defense has had a lot of action this game, so that is going to be a real benefit of this match. A lot of games they don't have a lot of challenge defensively, or it's just a few challenges, so this is giving that team a lot to learn from, work from as we sit here. And however this game ends up, it's going to be a good opportunity to learn for the Raiders. Again, there are just a lot of swarming defense by Madison West all over the field.
Yeah.
Go Hudson!
Go, Gio!
Looks like Teddy Anderson and Will Cook in for the Raiders. 19 minutes left in the match. Starting strikers getting a little break for the Raiders in this heat. Catch some water. Following Madison, he locked up his arm. Tried to be sneaky on that sometimes, and sometimes you get away with it, but the ref was right behind. He could see Morris there, Kodesh with his arm hooked around the arm of the Raiders. Clear by Madison, goes out of bounds. Will be a Raiders throw-in. Ball's a little hair underthrown. That's 21 Sam Olsen on the ball. Pushing from behind is going to get the foul on Olsen, and be a free kick for Madison deep in their territory. Pull back there by Madison, trying to reset and maintaining control. Clear by Allenoff after a stop by Quinn Johnson. That ball's out of bounds. And that's going to be a goal kick for the Raiders. Free kick there, or goal kick by Strumke. Cook plays the head back to Olsen. Madison's going to play it all the way back to goalkeeper Covarrubias.
Hey boys, volleyball game Thursday. Blackout. Huh? I think they played. Oh!
Vandenberg tries to thread the needle up to Cook, and Covarrubias came out for it, but Madison defense must not have been enough communication there. He gets the clears it anyway, and the Raiders will get the throw. If he hadn't cleared that, I think it would have been about a 50-50 ball between Cook and Covarrubias, and you don't want that. So Raiders get the throw. Quinn Johnson on it. Quick turn, there's Vandenberg, who's tries to get a shot off. Head back in by Packard. Clear by Madison. Johnson on it, but again, defense everywhere by Madison. Nice ball through. And there it is. That's a great play. That is, Sam Olsen with a heck of a play there. Gets a high flying ball and settles it. Gets around the defense and puts that ball home for the third goal for the Raiders, and they're shutting that gap now. That's number 21, Sam Olsen, with the goal for your Raiders at the 65-minute mark. All right, that's going to give the Raiders a little juice here with 15 minutes left. A lot of time to put another couple goals on the board, at least, if not more. So they got to play smart, and they got to step up. They got to step up a little bit and play the defense a little bit more over the field, I think, and to win a few more of those balls. But that goal is going to give them a little spice here, and we'll see what they can do with it. It's a really nice play by Olsen, though. Just headsy. He took a little bit of a shot, not a hard shot, not enough really for a foul, and had the strength to fight that off and composed himself and took a look at the goal and the goalkeeper and placed that ball nicely. Real speed play there by Madison, and they almost just retaliated immediately there. Real speed move around the corner there and played back nicely, but Raiders had the defense covered, fortunately. But Madison looks like they are bent on getting that lead back again. So it's a heck of a matchup here, and we're down to about 13 and a half minutes in this match, so the Raiders got to keep her going. Got to chip away one at a time. If they can get one more here in the next 4 or 5 minutes, then they've got some time to make it happen. It's going to be, looks like a Raiders throw. Ref is calling Raiders throw. Hey, the Ewigs are watching. Alex Ewig, alumnus of the Raiders, and his family tuning in. Good to have the Ewigs checking things out. It's an exciting match here, and I see Alex is off doing exciting things, or will be, in Europe, so can't wait to hear more about that at some point. So good to have you tuning in. All right, we are approaching 12 and a half minutes in the match. Regents of Madison West hold the lead 5-3 over the hometown Raiders here. Regents took their first loss yesterday to Eau Claire Memorial, and they came out today ready to not drop 2 in a row, and so Raiders, though, fighting back. Every time they fall behind, they're fighting back. So we'll see what happens here with the last 12 minutes. Raiders get the foul on the defense there. Send the ball up. Strumke with a nice play, comes out for it. Again, Madison stepping in front and taking that ball. Quinn Johnson sending it up and wide. Nice play there by Morales. Gets it out to Cook. He's got some speed. Takes a little push. No call. Tries to thread the needle through 3 defenders, and they close it. Kick it out, but it'll be a Raiders throw. And we'll have some subs here. Number 3, Brian Segura in for Madison West, and in for the Raiders, number 18, Calvin Lassard. Okay, clock is ticking. We're down to 10 minutes or so. So Raiders gotta be. This could be a good chance for them here. Lassard on it. He's got size and speed and strength, but still hard to get around 2 guys there. And Madison played some good 2-man defense there in the corner on Lassard. And now Raiders will have a throw in deep in their territory. Mickey Allen off on it. Ball gets up to Weaver, saves it. Didn't go out. It must have crossed the line, though. Even if it's in the air and it crosses the line, it's out of bounds. With few subs in for Madison West, their numbers are extremely hard to read from distance, so we're just going to let those subs in and wish them well. And clock keeps ticking. It's part of the game teams play when they've got a lead on the road, especially. They let the clock go. At some point, the ref can control that clock and ask for stoppage during subs, because there's a sportsman side to subbing too much to kill the clock. Usually it's the last 2 to 3 minutes refs will do that, but we'll see how that plays out. Madison sends that ball all the way down. It's going to be a goal kick for Parker Strumke. Oh, saying it's off the Raiders. No challenge from the Raiders, so it must be legit, and they play it quick. Raiders were ready for it, though. Nice play there. Ben Weaver, nice play, Ben Weaver. Gets it, sends it up the line. Nobody home, though. Everybody's back defending. Good 2-man D there. Poole and Lassard send it up. Lassard's on it, and yeah, he's offside. Yeah. Yeah, it was a beautiful play. Calvin just got caught up in the run, and the Madison defense was caught up in the play. I think they thought they were going to win that anyway, and so Calvin offsides. That was set up well, though, to be a great chance for the Raiders. The ball gets all the way through to Strumke. We're now down to 8 minutes in the match here.
It's like you gotta be like behind the last defender if you get the ball. Attaboy, Hen!
And Vandenberg with a nice play there.
Attaboy, Hen!
Kind of flailing your leg out there is usually always going to end up in a foul, and Madison plays it quickly. Raiders got to pay attention here, and they do. They're there. Head off of the Raiders, and it's going to be a corner kick now for Madison with 7 minutes left. So Morris Kodish in again. He's been in and out a few times, so that's a subbing tactic to kill the clock, clearly. And He's been in and out about 2 or 3 times in the last 5 minutes. But ref is letting it go with no stoppage, and with 8 minutes, 7 minutes left, you're not going to see that too often. Free kick here, or goal kick for Strumke. Looks like Netterlow's back in the match. Or not Netterlow. Maybe Sam Olsen back in the match for the Raiders. Hard to see the numbers. Their front numbers are so small compared to the back numbers are so big, and for some reason you never see the back numbers.
There you go.
Audrey Packard, thank you for the comment. From Manorville again. Yes, good to have you back in, Audrey. Hope it's as beautiful down there in Manorville as it is up here in Hudson. It's a great day in Wisconsin and Minnesota, weather-wise. And we'll see if we can get this score a little bit more beautiful for the Raiders as well. Good takeaway by Lassard. For a sophomore, Lassard plays a solid game. He plays defensively and offensively, and fun to watch. And really glad he's a sophomore because we got a couple more years of him here at Raider Stadium to see what he can do. That's chipped hard from behind. Sam Olsen takes a tough hit there, but Raiders get the kick, and this is going to allow them to put the ball in a very good position. Alanoff sending it up. It's a nice ball by Alanoff. It's right where you want it, but no, Raiders didn't close in on it. And Madison able to clear. Sending it in. This Madison team is, at least I've seen probably 90% of the matches of the Raiders, by far the fastest team the Raiders have taken on that I've seen. I didn't see Oregon last night. That was also a solid match, but it's a fast team here. They play well together. So this has been a great opponent for the Raiders to build on and learn from and challenge themselves over, regardless of what the final outcome ends up. We're now down to about 4.5 minutes. Madison continues to hold the 2-goal edge, 5-3 over our hometown Raiders. I always tend to forget, but I'll say it now, but we sure appreciate people tuning into the River Channel, and there's always great Hudson activities on the River Channel. There's a trip from behind, and the Raiders got to move quick. They got to start using this clock and using every second if they want to try to put a couple on here, which is possible. I've seen this team over the years score 2 goals in the last 30 seconds even, so you never know what's going to happen, folks. But we really appreciate you tuning in to the River Channel, and we host football games, basketball games, all kinds of games on the YouTube River Channel, and other events as well, concerts and community events. So always appreciating our audience. Big ball in. Vandenberg's got it, gets a turn and just can't. That ball's bouncing rough. And it's going to be a goal kick here for Madison West, and they're going to take a little bit of time, which they're entitled to do, to set this up. And down to about 3 minutes in this match. Unlike really any other level of soccer, whether it's traveling leagues of all levels, youth leagues, professional leagues, high school soccer follows a strict clock. So in most matches you might see there's a nice give and go. Here comes gets a blast. Wow. Ben Weaver with a nice left-footed blast, and Covarrubias has to make a jump save, and that ball was going to probably go right under the crossbar had Covarrubias not timed that right and played it well. But nice play by Ben Weaver. Down to about 2.5 minutes on this corner kick. It's going to be Vandenberg with the ball in the corner. No two-man game. They're putting everybody in to score if they can. It's a nice ball. Covarrubias, though, with some height, able to pull that ball down pier and puts not as much as Covarrubias probably can put on it, but he did. And Vandenberg gets that ball. Two-man D there, nicely played by. Oh, that was kind of a soft foul, but nonetheless a foul. And Madison's going to get it when they're going to use this to kill some more time off the clock.
Go Hudson.
Down to close to a minute and a half in the match. It's been a good match. A lot of solid plays and solid goals by both sides. If these two teams play again, I could see the score being much closer and much less, but sometimes that's what you get with these kids when they've played 3 games on a row. Nice pick off there. We'll just keep trying to send it through. Vandenberg on the chase. One minute. So folks, again, thanks for tuning in. Raiders have, I believe, a couple matches. I think they play Eau Claire North on the road Tuesday. I don't think we'll be broadcasting that match. But I think they are home again on Thursday. You have to check the schedule, but we will do our best to bring as many of these games to you as possible, and we hope everybody has a fantastic weekend after this match concludes in about 30 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's our match for today. Congratulations to Madison West for the 5-3 victory. We appreciate everyone coming out. Thanks to the players for a great match, coaches. Appreciate our officials for calling a good game. All of our friends around the field collecting the balls. We appreciate you doing that on a hot day. Our training staff, thanks to you, and family and friends and fans. Have a great rest of your weekend and drive safely.